Yes, people. Welcome to Sai TV and welcome back to the favorite show of the week that people love on this channel. It is Rivals Talk. I'm with my brother from another mother, man like Grizz Khan is in the building. Grizz, what are you telling me, man? You got the cap on already, man. Before we've not even started golf yet, man. What's going on with you? You know what I mean?
I'm getting ready for you tomorrow, innit? That's another story for another day. You know, you
Yeah.
spoke a lot about how you got warmed up and everything. So you got no excuses tomorrow. You should be nice and warm because we're going to be continuing from hole 9. So that's a
Yeah.
different story. But I want to address a couple of comments straight away, man. There's someone saying to me, there was, what did he say in the opening thing? Opening, he goes, another Grizzly negativity on Chelsea.
Yeah. I said I didn't want to
So,
read it, but yeah,
no,
go on.
I want to read it. I want to
Yeah.
read it. And I want to ask the brother, if he's a Chelsea fan,
Yeah.
to send in another message and tell us what is it to be positive about your club if you're a Chelsea fan.
Exactly.
No,
You
don't
know,
forget
truth
me.
hurts, though, man.
Look,
Truth
I
hurts.
support Liverpool. I'm going to speak.
Mm.
I'm going to give my opinion on other clubs. What is there to be positive right now? Tell me you're not. Tell me you're happy with everything that's going on with your club right now. Tell me otherwise, innit? Sorry.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. You know what it is? I feel like, I just feel that we're giving analysis in it, and right now, when it's something to talk about Chelsea in a constructive way, where we're kind of understanding what's going on, it's not positive news, Chelsea, and
Tell me if there is. Maybe
yeah,
I've missed it. Maybe I've missed the positive news. Raheem Sterling was positive.
positive, yeah. Koulibaly,
Very,
positive,
very good deal.
yeah,
Raheem Sterling, for the money that they got him for the profile and age of player, and from the club he's coming from to, that's a bad boy signing.
yeah.
But tell me what else is positive. Everybody wants to leave your club. Nobody wants to join your club. Where's the positivity? What do you want me to say?
Yeah, they're rejected by 4 players this summer. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not looking good at Chelsea. And by the way, people that are asking for forward, he's going to be here in about 5 minutes, people. Make sure you guys are liking the video from the off. Big up Ilias in the chat, man. #1 mod. I think he's my #1 mod now. Big up to all the mods, but I think
I
Ilias
think Ilias is this the same Ilias? He's number
yeah.
one in my
Also Pepe G.
yeah.
Yeah. Big up Pepe G as well. Big up all the mods, man, that are always pushing the likes up because we need it on this channel because it helps the algorithms and it helps boost up the chat and the video. And make sure you go subscribe to Grizz. And like I said, Fuad will be here in about 5 minutes. But you know what? I think we have to talk about the Chelsea situation, and we're gonna finally talk about it in a way where I think for us, and I think most Chelsea fans will tell you they're in deep trouble. And I say that because they haven't got the targets they wanted this summer. I think midfield wise, I think it's looking a bit concerning. The centre back, they've only got one defender that's been in the door in Koulibaly. Very, very good signing, by the way. Raheem Sterling up front. Chelsea, Tuchel looks a bit, I would say he looks animated. I wouldn't say he's frustrated right now, but he looks animated. Because I think frustrated, a lot of people think, oh, yeah, he's going to get a bit worried or whatnot. No, he looks animated right now. He looks a bit like, what? How do you sum it up right now for Chelsea, bro?
Pretty much like you did, bro. I don't know what to say more. I don't know what to say. I can say less, but I don't know if I can say more. Like pretty much, Raheem Sterling was their first choice target. He came through the door. Props to them.
Yeah.
After that, pretty much they've been trying to get their second choice target. I don't believe Koulibaly was their first choice target.
No, you think Dillet?
Dillet was they wanted Dillet.
Yeah.
They obviously wanted Kounde as well.
Yeah.
They've wanted Kimpembe. They've wanted Ake. Okay. Yeah. They've ended up with Koulibaly. I'm pretty sure they would have wanted a younger profile of centre back, but they've managed. If they think now they need experience, then I can make sense of that. So I'm not going to criticize them too much. If they wanted Koulibaly for the experience, then that makes sense. But surely they got to get another one through the door, which they probably will still. Yeah. So I'm not going to go too hard on them there.
But you know what? For me though, it's the fact that Chelsea's situation is because a lot of players have left. Rudiger, Christensen, I think Azpilicueta and Alonso still on the move that could be potentially going to Barcelona. Midfield, when you look at their midfield, When's the last time they bought a midfielder in terms of of quality? When's the last time they bought a
Well,
midfielder?
they thought they're buying one last season when they brought in Saul from Atletico Madrid.
So
But
yeah. But even their midfield, I think they've neglected for a couple of years now. In terms of like they bought Jorginho. I think it's 2000 and when was it? 17. Kovacic was 2017, 18. Who else is there that's been there for a while?
but my point is, but if you speak to Chelsea fans, they speak about Billy Gilmore and Robert what's his name?
Loftus Cheek.
They talk about all these. Yeah, these are the new breed. They're gonna take what? Where are they? Why don't they ever get a look in? They're not even interested. He's not even interested in them. So all the hype, all this Cobham hype.
Yeah,
it's obviously just hype because he doesn't rate any of them, and he's playing a Kante who gets injured every other game. Now Kante is going to get a hell of injuries now. It's not getting better, people.
No, it's not. It's not.
Kante ain't getting any better.
Yeah,
that's not a slat on Kante. That's life.
Yeah.
You see me play football golf. I'm not going to get any better.
Yeah.
You see me play 10 years ago.
Definitely.
You understand? Different story. I'm going to get worse as the older I get. Don't say definitely. I'm going to bust you tomorrow. I'm going to bust you tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see. Keep that energy. Keep the energy.
No, I've got the energy. But my point being is, Jorginho ain't going to get better. You've had the best of Jorginho. You've had the best of Kante. I'd argue you've had the best of Kovacic.
You think so?
The best of Kovacic.
Very.
Kovacic is still good.
Yeah.
Kovacic still is one of the best around. But you're not going to get better than him. That's what I kept saying about Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane, people kept saying, "Oh, how can you sell Sadio Mane?" We were never going to get the best of Sadio Mane anymore. We've seen the best days of Sadio Mane, just like these guys have seen. Yeah, it's not about age, my brother.
That's not age. It's about ability. Ability.
It's about injury situation, everything. Yeah, what he's gone through. Do you know what I mean? So Kovacic is still top. So I'm not saying Kovacic. I'm saying the other two mainly. And if you think you're going to get better than Alonso wants to move. And if you think you're going to get at the moment, what you got Chilwell, that left back's back, Emerson as well. They've got their left back as well. So if you think your guys are going to get better from these people, and if you think you're going to get better from the forwards that he hasn't improved, this was the biggest debate I had on Twitter this week.
I've been saying it for a while though, haven't I? When you look at the big six,
improve your attackers via coaching if you're a top coach. If you can't, they should have been moved on. If they're not moved on, ask questions of your owners and your recruitment team, because you can now, because he's new. It's not Roman, because if you go to knock on Roman's door and ask too many questions, A, he'll sack you, B, he'll shoot you. C, he'll get you shot. So they're not even playing with Roman anymore. They're playing with lovely Todd Bowley. New owner wants to pick up his bag and go around, travel around the world, meeting owners of different clubs and chairmen and agents and hype. Go to him and say, listen, I can't improve Havertz, Werner, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi, all of these. I can't improve these lot anymore. Sell them and give me what I want. He's not even doing that. I
will touch on Werner now because apparently he's been offloaded to maybe Newcastle. But big up to Fuad in the building. Make sure people to follow his channel, Fuad Kudani. Link is in the description. Fuad, man, which I put the title of the video, Chelsea in deep trouble. Am I exaggerating or is that the case?
No, and I don't think you're exaggerating. And I think I'm seeing a lot of Chelsea fans who usually I would actually look at as level-headed fans, even thinking, we're not making enough moves, where as they're looking at their rivals in and around them, a la Liverpool, City, they've been making moves, whether it's in or out. Arsenal, they're making moves. Spurs, they're making moves. So it's like, hold on, why is everyone in and around the top four making so many moves? But you looked at Chelsea's squad at the end of last season, you could see they needed a lot of work. You could see that attack needed freshening up. The Lukaku situation, I was surprised that they actually got it sorted so quickly. But because they got that done quickly, I expected, all right, things are going to start moving now. Nope. It seems like Todd Bowley, I think what's happening with Chelsea a lot is, we got to be real, they're getting egg on their face. A lot of their primary targets who they've gone for this summer have looked at alternatives. And Chelsea fans will say, nah, it's not the case. And Koundé's not looking elsewhere. And Lewandowski, we never bidded. Rafinha, we didn't want. But listen, it's the reality. Sometimes it is what it is. You're not that
You're
team.
not that club. Say
Yeah,
that. Say
you're
that.
not
You're not
that
that
club.
Yo,
club.
Fuad, have the chest,
Listen,
man.
no,
We're
no, no,
here.
no, no. Listen, I'm a Spurs fan talking. Let me talk in my humble
Oh.
spirit. Brother, what they've done under Roman Abramovich in 20 years, what he's built that club to, they are one of the European elites. Let's not get it twisted. But I'm saying right now, when you look at the Premier League race, are they one of the front runners? No. And when you look at European Champions League, outside of that one run, I don't know if you're looking at recent Chelsea years and thinking they're guaranteed semis. So you look at their squad, a lot of Chelsea fans will tell you it's needed an overhaul. The defense, they had key players leaving, let's be honest, Rudiger and Christensen. Midfield, they've been saying Jorginho and Kante are kind of getting on a little bit. We need to move on. What's coming in? Nothing's happened there. Front line, they've had what I would say a lot of underperforming players, because you look at Pulisic, inconsistent injury-wise. Ziyech not been the same level of player that they thought they were going to get. Who else is there? Cho, not really lived up to the expectations. Werner.
But can I say something?
Havertz, we're going to have a bigger discussion on this season, how he performs, because 2 years coming in as the golden boy, you can't keep living off moments and 1 or 2 big goals here and there. Brother, you have to actually deliver this season. Like, that front attack is going to be on his shot. But Raheem Sterling's coming there. That's a major boost. I think a lot of people are sleeping on. But Havertz, I think there's going to be a lot of things expected, and they need to start making moves in my eyes, because well, if it's going to be secondary targets, what you're going to get, you don't want to be left looking desperate at the end of the window where you're being forced to overpay for your secondary targets. I don't know if Chelsea fans will be happy with that.
Big up Harris G says, Grizz, be more harsh. They really thought last season they would challenge, and now they want us to be soft on them. They want to set themselves high standard.
This is why I'm being harsh with them. This
Don't
is
forget
the reason why I'm being harsh with them, because they had a lot of chest.
Chris, don't forget at the start of last season, they were saying 2 world-class 11s.
No. That's exactly why I'm saying. That's exactly why I'm saying. So you know these 2 world-class players, 11s, and we've got Klopp's brother, or whatever they were saying. Yeah, Klopp, another elite coach. This is why I'm being harsh. I'm not being harsh because of my hatred for Chelsea. That's a different hatred. I'm not even denying that. What I'm saying is, you people said title is ours, Lukaku is the finishing touch, 2 world-class 11s, compilations of lineups of 2 world-class 11s, and then added an elite coach to that who's going to coach them to another level. Out-coached. I gave him his praise and his dues. Out-coached Pep Guardiola in the Champions League final.
Yeah.
Big up Tactical Tommy. That done Pep. However, even Pep fucked himself up, but Tuchel done his part. I praised him for that. I praised him. Then they had a wicked start to the season. Do you remember? I was shocked. That first 6 games, I thought, they look serious this season. They're a problem. I even tweeted, Chelsea are a problem. And then
it's a consistency, though.
9 months later, I said Chelsea are a problem for themselves. I added for themselves. That was too much jokes. But they brought it upon themselves. All those players, Fuad, people are coming for me and saying they're not Tuchel's players. They were the fucking same players that won the Champions League.
I'm bored about talking that now. It's not his players, it's not this, but I don't understand where the kind of improvement from the manager then comes in terms of the attack. Like when is he going to improve it then?
The thing is listen, I've been one of Tommy's. I've been gunning for Tommy for a couple of years, bro. Even pre-Chelsea days, I'm looking at him sideways. But I'll be honest with you, I do kind of hear that, because listen, when we talk about Conte, Pep, Jose, every one of these managers, when they've been in a club for a couple of years, they get their time to overhaul the players. When Tommy Tuchel came in, he did his coaching, and his coaching was, listen, Lampard's thing ain't cutting it. We're switching to a back 5. We're doing this wing back thing. We're going to solidify the back, and we're going to build from that. You expected, all right, going forward, things would change as well. And listen, I think attacking wise, he can definitely improve a lot, but those players ain't covered themselves in any glory. And what has he been given in order to say those are Tuchel's players or that's Tuchel's squads? Now, where Chelsea fucked up a little bit was right before that, they backed Lampard a lot. So a lot of these guys were freshly bought in when he came in. You're talking Werner, you're talking Havertz. All of these guys were brand new. So he couldn't exactly get rid of them. You had to give them time. Now he's given them time. They haven't delivered. He's been there, 18 months now. The Chelsea fans are even sick of a lot of these players. In my opinion, I think you have to give him the dues of this summer and January, where you give him 4 or 5, 6 players, where similar to what Spurs have done with Conte, where it's like, who are your guys? Who are your primary targets? And that's what we're going after, breaking everything for it. And they need to offload guys as well. I think they definitely...
This is the squad. I don't know if you guys can see this here, but this is their squad. Goalkeepers, Mendy, Kepa, and I don't know who the other one is. Defenders, Chilwell, Alonso, Koulibaly, Silva, obviously Koundé, rejected. He's going to Barcelona. Ampadu, Colwill, is he the one that's left?
Yeah. Cobham boy.
Cobham, yeah.
Call him the new whatever.
PSG. Malang Sarr, obviously not good enough. Chalobah, he's going to stay, obviously. Emerson, he probably leave. Kennedy.
But look at the depth in that midfield. Look at the quality in that front line, bro.
Midfield is a joke, mate. I know Gallagher's one
and
season night.
What were you going to say? Basically, back in Tuchel is calling Gallagher back from loan. Or calling bro.
100%. Yeah, that's poor.
I can't hear that. Raheem Sterling, I feel like, was okay. That's good. That's one move. But I feel like Chelsea need to see more signings like that. And I'm sorry, a club who's won the Champions League just 2 years ago in London, brand new owner who needs to flex his budget, brother. You
can't zoom in, people. This is the most I can zoom in. You know what I mean? I don't know why it's not letting me zoom in.
Allow zooming in it. It's going to get the Chelsea fans more rattled if you zoom in.
Yeah, but Jorginho, Kante, Gallagher, Rossley, Barkley, and then even the attack, man, is absolutely poor, man. Werner will possibly be leaving. Obviously, Chelsea look to sell him. Havertz.
I don't think he's poor, though, Saeed. I think name-wise, player profile-wise, talent-wise, is there, in my opinion.
So? Okay, you name me.
A top coach can work with that, Fuad, man. Top coach can work with that. Come on, man. You trying to tell me Klopp can't work with that?
Top coach can work with that, but the levels Man City and Liverpool are setting, you can't be in a situation where I'm working with that. You've got to have the damn thing there. And right now, I'm looking at that squad. They don't have the damn thing. I look at Liverpool squad. I'm like, I see the damn thing in the 11 and I see damn thing in the depth. Same with City. You're confident in those players.
He coached them players forward. He made them like that. No, he turned them into that. We didn't buy no mega stars. We ain't still bought no mega stars.
I feel like he coached underperforming players to win the Champions League. And that Champions League, I feel like, has blinded everyone into thinking these players are bigger and better than what they are. They weren't. And that's why when they were saying these 2 world-class 11s, I was looking at it like, nah. Simple question. Names.
Simple question. Timo Werner, we were in for him. I'm not suddenly denying that we weren't in for him. You know what I mean? We were in for him. I'm gonna ask you, brothers, a simple question. Be honest and be real. Don't hate on Chelsea. Don't hate on Klopp. Don't hate on nothing. Just be real and honest. Would he have played better under Jurgen Klopp than he has at Chelsea?
We don't know.
Of course we don't, but we can give our opinion. Don't sit on the fence. Give an opinion.
In my honest opinion, he probably would have. But why? Because he'd be playing in a more settled system. He'd probably be playing in a more attacking system as well, where Klopp would probably try and utilize his pace better than what Chelsea. Sporadic minutes here and there. All right, 2 big chances at the side.
So you're telling me, Grizz, Klopp would do well with that attack there?
I said no, I didn't say that. I said Klopp would improve.
Werner.
Werner.
Sometimes it don't work, and that's fine. Yeah. But guess what? Werner, let's be honest, bruv. The guy's getting paid 300 bags a week. Well, I'm not doing the sympathy act where, hey, man, he needs to be given more chance. Bro, you've got to deliver.
Havertz will be big at Liverpool. I'm telling you, Havertz will be big at Liverpool.
Havertz is one that I think could improve. But
he would be big at Liverpool. Mount would be sick at Liverpool.
Mount is good at Chelsea. Let's not deny that.
Yeah,
no problem. But look, I'm just speaking from my. I think Pep and Klopp make them far better.
The 2 things I think Chelsea need to worry about is, one, we don't even know what a Tuchel player is as well. Does anyone like, you can say Grizz and tell me you know what a Jurgen Klopp player is? You can sit there and tell me what a Ten Hag player is. I can tell you what a player is. Who can tell me what a Tuchel player is? He hasn't even been given that opportunity to, I feel like, build his side. It's constantly work with what you've given. You've won the Champions League with that. Work with what you've given. Listen, they gave him
earlier was a target.
They gave him Lukaku, which I feel like was a club signing, in my opinion. Even if Tommy Tuchel gave it the green light, I felt like the club were like, listen.
So it's Sterling the club signing then. It's Sterling the club signing.
Listen, for me, Tuchel has to give the green light, and I felt like he gave the green light on Lukaku. He's given the green light on Sterling, but guess what? It didn't work out with Lukaku. So the one guy you backed him with, it blew up, and you're going to say, "All right, cool.
Can we?
No more backing, lad. Work with what you got."
Is it fair to say?
I dislike Chelsea, but I feel like Tuchel people are going too hard on. I look at the and I think there's an overhaul that's needed if Chelsea want to compete at the top again.
I've not disagreed with that. So before people think I'm calling for Tuchel's head, I'm not. I said it so many times that tactical Tommy 100% deserves. Why are you laughing? 100%.
Here.
Yeah.
Taliban won the Global Champions League.
But some people would say that 100% tactical Tommy needs one more season minimum to see if he can overhaul the squad as much as he can. First and foremost, I believe he should have asked for overhaul much quicker and faster. Yeah, so that's a different story. 100% he needs more time. 100% we can't judge him until he has more of his players. Yeah. All I am saying is the level of player he's got at Chelsea is not trash. That's all I'm saying. So there's two different things I'm saying. I'm not saying get rid of him, sack him. Oh my God, he's flopped.
Yeah.
I'm saying criticize him for the lack of development in those midfield and attack, but also give him the chance to prove me and others wrong by giving him a squad that he wants, that he feels this is like Fuad's right. What's his player? You couldn't identify with someone like a Tuchel type profile player. So give him the tools, and then we judge him. And I don't know if this is the season that he's gonna.
I think he's in trouble. I'll be honest with you. I think Tuchel's in trouble, and I don't think Todd Bowley is gonna be like, yo, listen, you haven't got maybe the players you want and whatnot. There's always a Chelsea. There's always an urge to win.
You know what, Saeed? I hear that, and I said this on Stoppage as well. Like towards the end of the season, I said Todd Bowley's gonna come in, and I don't know. There's a possibility. I don't think personally it will happen, but there's a possibility. When a new owner comes in, you want to put your imprint on the club, and the easiest thing you can always do is the manager. Do you think? Let me ask both of you. Do you think if Tuchel hits like a rough patch and Chelsea are, let's say, at the title race and struggling in top 4 race even by the Christmas, Tuchel gets a sack, or do you think they give him that time to rebuild?
It's the manner, maybe, in terms of the football and the way they're playing. I think Chelsea fans would be very upset with that.
I think Todd Bowley is the last thing Todd Bowley needs right now is to make the decision to sack Tuchel. He's got enough on his plate. He don't want to be having that decision to make because I don't think he wants to sack Tuchel at all. But I tell you what, the biggest problem is if that ever happens, and if they're in a situation like that, Tuchel ain't sticking around. I tell you that for a fact now. Tuchel is a hothead. He's looking to. You can see he's aggy.
He gets a sack.
He's aggy. He's aggy, man. He's aggy right now.
He is.
He's aggy right now.
He might get a PSG job again. You know what I mean? Because he did do bad at PSG. Let's be real.
Well, I was going to say, let's look at his PSG time and his players and his philosophy and his playing style and PSG. It was
kind of easy though.
It was criticized. He was criticized a lot for his playing style at PSG. Let me tell you that.
I know. I remember French reporters saying that the French kind of hooligans or the ultras didn't like Tuchel and they were split on him. So let me just get rid of the super chats. Big up to everybody watching. 1.1k in the building, guys. Apparently, we're not even hit 300 likes, man. I don't know what you guys are doing. I always say that.
It's me. I'm gonna be nice to Chelsea. All right. You want me to fake it? I'll be fake it. I'll fake nice. I'll be fake nice to Chelsea.
Yeah, man. Shavam says, watch out for Conte this year. He is an elite manager. He's won the league with United. Rejects at Inter Milan coming from a United fan. Absolutely big up Shavam. I'm not going to read the super chat, Dane. We need to be respectful on the super chat, people. So,
what's he said?
Sorry?
Let me read it.
It's on this star, isn't it?
It's my hairline. Yeah, you could talk about my hairline, man.
All right, cool.
I mean, Ten Hag is still, as if I hide my hairline, man.
What about Fuad? It's not you.
Oh, I said, what about Fuad?
Yeah, she's like, don't bring him on. I said, listen, man, it's all about opinions. If you can't take opinions, please, guys, we're not personal.
Oh, that's nothing, man.
Yeah, man. You know what, man?
I would read that out and cuss him back.
You need people like me.
So
exactly, if that was me, if he was talking about me like that, I would bring it out and cuss him back.
Yeah, man. Big up Jose Ascavez. He says Ten Hag is still the playing style with United that has a zero of his players in 2 weeks. Why isn't Tuchel done in 1.5 seasons? Listen, I think that's a bit, you're reaching there, Jose. But listen, respect all the opinions. We still need to see it on the Premier League.
Yeah,
That was
10 are going
pre-season.
down shit.
Even I'm not gonna get too excited with that one.
This is gas, isn't it?
Yeah, that is gas. But big up to Jose, man. Always supporting the channel, man. I think I missed one more. I don't know if I missed another one. Anyway, listen. But what do you call it? Ronaldo. Lewis put here that he still wants Ronaldo, man. He's still around. I mean, I don't know what's going on. He's come back with his agent. Alex Ferguson's come back. I think it's a bit of a mess. I think it's a circus, United still. I don't know what they're doing, man. Begging a guy who wants to go still and bringing all your top guns. You know what I mean? David Gill apparently was there. Whether it was linked or not, they said the same thing about whether it was linked when Oliver Solskjaer was on the periphery of his job. And Alex Ferguson came on that day, coincidentally, when I think we lost Liverpool 5-0. Alex Ferguson and all the guys came over. I mean, it's not coincidence, people. So they're trying to get him to stay. They're trying to convince him of the old times of 2009 and the Champions League. Griezmann, where are you on this one? Because I'm tired of this whole saga, man. For me, if a player wants to go, surely you let him go. Surely.
It's embarrassing, man. There's no other way. I thought you're going to go to Fuad on this because it's gonna make me look even worse in the people's eyes. Because Man United and Chelsea now I'm back to now I'm back to. I mean, what do you want me to say about this situation?
I love it.
No, but serious thing. Like, is there anything positive about this situation right here? The Ronaldo at United. How are they pulling out people from their graves to come and beg him? How are they doing this? Old people's homes, everything, lining up. There's cars after cars. I thought it was a funeral. No, we're trying to keep Ronaldo. When you see them procession of cars, going into a place. And it's like, so they're going to a funeral, man. And these people are asking a 37-year-old who don't want to be there. Man. Let's get it real. Ten Hag. But you know what I feel sorry for? And I'm being real. Yeah, this is madness. How are you undermining a young new coach that you've employed, trying to recreate the glory days? You're bringing back Alex Ferguson from his home. How does that, Brian Robson and the man? What are you doing? How is that not undermining this young, progressive new coach that must feel, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Can you just ask me my opinion, please, the owners? Because I'm the one who's in charge here.
It's a commercial commodity, though. It's a commodity that they want to keep. He brings people. Listen, the amount of fans I see that was coming to Old Trafford just to see Ronaldo. Like, this is what they want. They want to see a new era of fans who will come in and spend money and buy the shirt and buy the merchandise. This is what they want. That's the aspect of what they bought for. Yes, they bought the goals and Ronaldo himself, but what he comes with, the brand. Why would you not want to keep it for one more year? He's contracted for one more year. In their eyes, they say, you know what? It's not for sale. We want to keep Ronaldo.
And it's like, I think Ten Hag wants to keep him as well. I think this is one thing everyone's overlooking.
Yeah. I said that.
Ronaldo, and he's like, why would I want to lose him? Because realistically, like what we were talking about Chelsea's window, let's even look at United's window. Like, how has that gone? And like, what does it say about United's situation when they're calling their legends to keep a 37 turning 38-year-old, bruv? Mm-hmm. Like, every target they've tried to go after, really and truly, has it really gone the way? De Jong, how long has that taken? Like, what is going to be the lineup of this team? Is the Ronaldo situation now? If he goes, do you have a replacement lineup? Who is the replacement? Is it going to be Martial come straight back in?
Well, so Martial right now is the one that's going to be starting the season. But then again, we're linked with some Austrian kid that I've never heard of. You know what I mean? Let's be real. I wanted that Scamacca, but obviously he's gone to West Ham now, which is a big deal nobody's talking about, really. You know what I mean? I think that's a mad deal.
I want to ask you lot, and I want Fuad to really think and long and hard about if what he said he thinks is true. And Saeed, I want your opinion on this. If Ten Hag wants Ronaldo, to me, he's not that guy there, Ten Hag. He's not that guy.
Nah, that's a bit harsh, Chris.
Okay, no problem. That's my opinion. I think in what capacity does he want to keep Cristiano Ronaldo? He's a problem
to him.
Facts.
Let me explain this here. And by the way, people,
goal scorer last season. Let's not deny that.
How Man United have looked crisp this season so far, especially where in attack. Jadon Sancho, Rashford, Martial have playing with smiles on their faces. Why? It's so fucking obvious why.
Now, Chris, let me just stop you there. As much as I, for me, want the situation to end, and I'd rather let Ronaldo go if he wants to go, and etc. I still don't buy into this argument that Ten Hag would just kind of say to Ronaldo, like, you know, I don't want you, like, you know, or I wouldn't want Ronaldo at the club. It's a survival, bro. He's got to survive. He knows.
But he can't keep an unhappy Ronaldo. My point.
Yeah, of course. That's why I said he has to give an ultimatum. He has to say, "Are you in or you out? What are you doing?"
Like, you can't be saying, please stay, and Ronaldo saying, no, I don't want to go. And then Ten Hag saying, please stay. You know what, owners, bring in Alex, bring in Brian Robson, bring in Peter Schmeichel, get Cantona. Everyone ask them to beg him for me. This is not a good look, man. Mm. This is not the way you want to go forward as a young progressive manager. 100%. That's my point. Right there.
Then now I get your point. Now I know what you mean for the whole greater morale of the club. Fuad, it's not great to keep him. But then you said it, Fuad. He scored 18 goals. For me personally, I think them goals are a bit far fetched. I think they came sporadically.
Are you falling for that, Fuad? That he's the top goal scorer? And yeah, that's it.
No. I even like to say that.
It was just a fact. That was not an opinion. He was their top goal scorer last year.
Yeah. He means fuck all. He means fuck all.
Yes, I think dunk on my team on the edge of the box. Yes.
See, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Listen, people can scrub and try and forget last season. Cool. Listen, this is a 37-year-old we're talking about. If he wants to leave, for me, I think we discussed it last week. I don't even see the options as to where he's going.
That's the problem.
I think there's a lack of options. One, I think Tuchel has come out multiple times in the press, as far as I'm aware, and said I could use Ronaldo. So I'm thinking, if you've come out and said this, clearly you don't want to get rid. That doesn't sound to me. If a manager's trying to get rid of you, he does what? Oh, yeah. Ndombele, stay at home. No. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about my man in the press. That's how Conte is when you're trying to get rid of man. Yeah. Ronaldo, I'm sorry. That's still Ronaldo. His name's still set. I guarantee you his preseason shirt says his numbers probably sold the most so far. But United fans will sit on Twitter.
Easy. They'll keep telling them.
Listen,
but that's not.
I hear what United fans want to do. They got Ten Hag in. They see Eriksen coming in. They see Malacia coming in. It's the start of a new frontier. You can't change it all overnight, lads. Rome weren't built in one day. Trust me. You won't see Ronaldo again in a United shirt once he's gone. Are you ready for this? A lot of fans will say,
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Because with or without Ronaldo, let me ask you that question. With or without Ronaldo, Man United still is here. With or without Ronaldo, Ten Hag needs to plan. Like, one player does not make a team. We need to build. It's the problem. Hey?
But let's not act like you could not use Ronaldo. Let's not act like all of a sudden I'm starting to feel like all of a sudden that Ronaldo has become this cancer and virus. Like last
no. That's why I want to stop you.
When it was Ronaldo demanding more and it was squad mutiny against him, everyone was running the narrative of Ronaldo's the only winner here, you know, all the rest of these chumps. But now a new manager's come in. All of those guys who are mutiny, all those guys who are in mutiny are now doing up smiley in preseason and little tiki-taka passes on the Ten Hag system. And everyone's like, hey, we're back on board with them. Ronaldo's the villain again. Nah, I'm not doing this pantomime shit. I've seen these guys, Rashford, Martial, year after year, let United fans down. Yeah. A couple smiles later and a couple tricks later, everyone's back on board. Proven guy, 37 years old, still doing it. I'm going to say, finish that contract out. And guess what? For one more year under this new manager, drill that winning mentality into these men. With the new manager here, set the tempo once more. That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem. Okay. That's the problem. When you're asking,
go. We'll give Martial another trial. And when he gets you 9 goals again this season, you're going to be like, oh, we need a number 9. Why didn't we get Darwin Núñez?
Yeah, well, listen, my thing is, absolutely. Everything that you just said right there is spot on. But my thing is, I'm not anti-Ronaldo, by the way. I'm not in or out. I just want to know what's the plan. Like, if we're going to keep him, right, let's make a decision now. If we're not, let's go and buy strikers. Bro, there's 2 weeks left of the season. We don't need this problem haggling over until next week. You know, we're in the end of August and no striker wants to come to Man United. Then we have one striker available to the end of the season. That's my problem, and that's what I've said from day one. Is that what's the plan if Ronaldo right now till this point now Ronaldo wants to leave?
Whose fault is all that?
I don't blame anyone, to be honest, because he's come out and just said I want to leave.
So it's no one's fault. So it's no one's fault.
Sitting on the fence there.
No, how is he sitting on the fence? Let me just read the super chat 1 second.
You read the super chat, innit?
Ali J said the North London club's going to do bits next season.
100%.
What's it called? Grace, so what happens if Martial gets injured at the start of the season? Who are we playing up top? We need Ronaldo. We are not buying another striker. But again, I don't like that kind of loser mentality.
Yeah, but, exactly. Are you Man United? Like,
I know.
Are you seriously like why I didn't agree with what Fuad said was when he said, I want Ronaldo to stay, I'll get all that blah, blah, blah. And then he said, I don't mean blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? moving on seriously. But when Fuad said, I want Ronaldo to, quote me if I'm wrong, I raised the eyebrows when you said, I want Ronaldo to set the tempo.
The mental tempo. Okay, let me rephrase that. I want Ronaldo to set the winning mentality in the dressing room and to understand. Listen, this is what it takes to win. Yeah, this is what it takes to be.
Can I say something though? I hear that now. So you
and he's not that guy no more. But he can tell the stories.
100%. But Ronaldo ain't about that life. He says something, and he wants something else for it. So he can say all the good stuff, the levels that I'm used to. Yeah. Motherfucker, stay there and prove it and show them. Not dip at the first opportunity. He ain't about that. He's about himself. If people don't realize by now that Ronaldo's about himself, then whoa, what have you guys?
Everyone knows that. I think people would be naive.
You know, Fuad is saying no, man. He wants to stay like he's some James Milner type geezer that's gonna set the standard. He ain't about that life.
He's self-centered.
Set him up.
Self-centered.
One thing.
Self-centered is not the right word. Self-obsessed.
Go for it.
Are you saying that he'll be? Are you saying Fuad? Are you saying he's very happy to make Sancho, Rashford, Martial the top dogs while he's there? Are you really saying he'll be very happy if they're the chance creators, the top goal scorers, and he's just a side man behind the saying, yeah, this is United's level, this is what we aspire to, and dip out when he can?
Guess what? If they are performing at the level, I reckon he'll do it. He'll
you're so long.
Here's the thing. I don't think they will do it. I don't think they will show the levels and where Ronaldo can say, yo, I can trust these guys. Benzema and them dons.
So what you have to? So what, Ronaldo?
They were playing at a level. These men haven't played at that level.
So basically,
all of a sudden, we're saying, "Oh, okay, going into this season, Ronaldo. Listen, we know you was the top scorer last season, but because you won it out, hand the keys to the kids."
No, I'm not saying that either. But all I'm saying is they're in a position where they should have sufficient strikers forwards.
Say that again. Sorry.
I said they should be in a position where they're not relying on if Ronaldo wants to go. If they shouldn't be in a position where they're just relying on Martial. They wanted Darwin Núñez for a reason.
Yeah, they wanted Darwin Núñez.
Why? They wanted a Darwin Núñez because they know they need a striker. Why have Liverpool smoked them with the Darwin Núñez situation and they've gone to sleep? Why have you gone to sleep?
Why was there no other plan?
This is my point.
This is my whole point.
My thing is, and the thing with is Grizz, you calling Ronaldo selfish or self-obsessed, I hear it. From United fans, I can't hear it, bro. Because if Ronaldo was that self-centered, remember he was going City. If he was that self-obsessed and wanted it all about him, he could have gone there and collected his accolades.
City pulled out. City pulled out last minute. City pulled out.
Say that because you man were doing that beggy like you were this morning, up in his calling everyone out from their coffin and saying, "Please bring the boy home."
But
and he said,
"Can I address this
hero?" And they say, "What did they say in Batman? you live here long enough to become the villain or some shit." This is what's happening to Ronaldo now. Now he's the villain. I get it. Cool.
I don't think that's true. But again, United fans can have an opinion about Ronaldo. But for me, like I said to you, I've given him credit where he scored goals. But my real kind of opinion on Ronaldo is that we want to know: are you in or you out? We can't be messing around and just.
Yeah, but why are you messing around with 11 days to go before the start of the season?
Still want to benefit from the financial situation that
this is your goal.
Yeah.
Still not made up his mind whether he wants to continue playing for your club because you're in Europa League. There's no other reason. There's no other reason. That's ludicrous. Kevin, thank you for the super chat. He says that's ludicrous. You haven't seen CR7 under F. No, I haven't. Have you? We
I-
have such a thin attack. I agree. So no disagreement so far.
As well, yeah.
You're all football talk, Grizz, but that seems agenda-ish. Which agenda am I trying to fulfill? So let's check this out. If it's a hatred for United, I want Ronaldo to stay there. I want Ronaldo to stay there because I think he'll be a disruption. I think he's a more of a problem there than than they will progress with him. And proof is in the pudding. They were second when he came. They finished out of the top 4, even though he had a bad boy season. Make sense.
Yeah,
now he's there. Now he's there with a top progressive coach. If he stays, I'm all for it. I'm so happy if he stays, and I'll be here to get cussed if he smashes it and he revitalizes the young forward around him. Without them saying it, you can tell there's splits in the camp. I think some of the reasons he wants to leave is because he knows some of them don't even like him.
Yeah. Now, you know what it is, though? Let me just read these super chats. And by the way, there's 1.5k in the building, man. Guys, I don't know how many likes we're on here, but please.
Can I just say, just quickly before you start the super chats as well, though, like, can I just say as well, we're talking about, like, I believe Ten Hag is a great tactical coach, in my opinion. I think he knows how to get the best out of players who are underperforming as well, in my opinion, or players who maybe it hasn't worked out elsewhere for. I saw him turn a Haller who couldn't hit a fucking barn door in the Premier League into a Champions League gunman. And now we're saying that he can't develop basically a system around a 37-year-old Ronaldo because he's too old. And I'm not saying you guys, I'm just saying general people are throwing it around out there like, if we keep Ronaldo, this team is going to be immobile, static. No, your team was like that because your defense couldn't play out the back. Your midfield were absolutely clueless on the ball. And then eventually, by the time it got to Ronaldo, it was one of those where you got a 37-year-old doing all the legs. Nah, if you can actually get him in the right positions where it's like Haller, really and truly just eating in the box, which Ronaldo in the box. Listen, I'm taking that all day, bruv. Finish him, you don't lose that.
Absolutely. Big up to Chauvin. United's front is looking fluid and performing better because we have a top-class coach. CR7 wasn't the one down truly walking around last season. I think we've got a couple more. You either die a hero or live long enough to become a monster.
That was the quote.
Yeah. Big up Gareth. I respect your takes when it doesn't involve Arsenal or Man United, but placing blame for last season on Ronaldo is beyond why. I don't think you haven't placed full blame, but you're asking what's the solution.
Of course I haven't. But thanks for the super chat. Just wasting.
Big up Gareth. Gareth's my guy.
No, I'm leaving him, but I didn't blame last season on Ronaldo.
Yeah. Guys, this is a very good show, man. Guys, I don't know if you like the video, people, but we expect at least 800 likes, by the way. And also make sure you go subscribe to Grizz Khan TV and Fuad Kudani. Link in the description, man. You get me? We enjoy this rival talks, but you know what I mean? Support the man, then, people. And make sure you like the video. I don't know if I missed any super chats. Apologies if I have to, but listen, the Ronaldo debate, we could go all along. I don't know if I missed one. Have I missed one? 1 second here.
Yeah, you got Hams. Start it. Check in the start thing.
Oh, is it Hams? Okay. Yeah, CR7 scored 18 goals in a shit United team and came back to play days after losing his son. This self-centered talk is rubbish. But you know what it is? I think we corrected that word. Self-obsessed. Self-obsessed. I think a lot of people don't realize it can be a good thing. Like, to be obsessed with winning, that for me, I want that from a person. If you're obsessed with the idea of winning and you want to move, for me, go and do that. I've never criticized him for that one. But all I've said to is, from my United point of view, everything comes back to Man United. Because at the end of the day, one player doesn't rule the football club. It comes down to Man United. They have a control now. Say, you know what? Let's move on. He wants to go. Let him go now. And then we have a backup plan and we go build again. We could have got Schmeichel. They didn't go for him. We could have bought another striker in. They didn't go for him. So what are you doing now? You know Ronaldo wants to leave. You either sulk about it or you do something. But then if you keep him and then it becomes a problem where he ends up moaning or he ends up causing a bit of a dressing room issue because he's not starting or whatever, that's when the problem comes in. That's where the leaks come. But it is what it is. We could go on forever and ever. But in terms of any other news, Grizz, you got any other news you want to talk about? We're not going to Chelsea. Schmeichel. I don't want to talk about Schmeichel.
No, you got a couple of super chats in it. Get through them, man.
What was it?
Pay the respects to the super chats.
All right, my bad.
So you got Knowledge Anthony.
Yeah, 1 second. Yeah, Knowledge Anthony. What? He don't watch Ronaldo. CR7 was watched most games. He scored most of his goals in the patch games and hide how bad he was other than scoring.
And then you got
same you know what I mean? We you know what I mean? He always tries to make it a kind of a happier place to be, man. So Fuad says Jesus will get more goals than Kane. Grizz, but you can't wait to watch Saïd's meltdowns after Liverpool.
No, Saïd, look, let me tell people, I'm going to tell people.
Yeah,
Because Saïd's trying to tell people, but people obviously are not listening. Saïd's a changed man this season, people.
Yeah.
Saïd's a different profile. You know what I mean? Saïd ain't looking to melt down.
No more meltdowns, man.
Calma.
No, I'll be serious, man. I don't. People are not gonna expect meltdowns from me. I'm not gonna lie.
He knows where he's coming from. He knows where his club's at right now. People in the chat, if you lot think that I'm being a hater and you lot are really all and then Cristiano Ronaldo and gold, I'm happy for you lot. Don't worry about my hatred and my agenda. People are saying Grizz got an agenda. Are you stupid?
That's they love using that word for you, innit? Like Grizz.
No, but it's true. No, but are you stupid? Of course, I've got an agenda.
Grizz agenda. That's what you got a new show on your channel, man. Grizz agendas.
Grizz agendas. You know what I mean? No, but they're telling me to speak on Chelsea, Man United, the two clubs I hate the most. And they got nothing to be happy. Look, I'd be called a hater if Chelsea and Man United were smashing it and I was still sitting here being bitter. You get my drift, people? Yeah. If Chelsea and Man United were rosy right now and I was still saying, oh, nah, nitpicking and picking holes, yeah, then that's what you call an agenda because man can't take it. But they're not. Tell me something positive about them teams right now.
Yeah, true. Forward, man. Scamacca, is that a good buy for West Ham, man? Scamacca, or are you not really kind of seeing much of him?
I've seen bits and bobs, I'll be honest. I'll say profile-wise, I think he's going to be very interesting to watch. Technically, he looks good. He's got big frame, but he's got good feet as well. And his finishing looks, I don't know, for me, it's if he can hit like I don't know, 10 to 15 goals a season, that's solid for them. That's all they need. Like, I don't even think they need Scamacca to bang this season. They really just need him to give him a secondary option for Antonio when he needs a rest. Like, almost phasing Antonio out, because what is he now, 32 or something like that?
31.
Scamacca. It'll be interesting because I think Italians don't really have a great record of doing well in the Premier League.
Yeah, true.
And he kind of come and break that kind of hoodoo. We saw Graziano Pelle for a 6-month period look world class, bruv. And what was my man after that as well? Gabbiadini.
Oh, okay.
Nah, Michu was Spanish, but So
Gabbiadini was good.
I think he's one of those signings that a lot of clubs are kind of looking at. Oh, could he have kind of come to us and maybe done a job? Even Spurs, I'm looking at. United, maybe other clubs could have maybe used him, and he was linked with PSG as well, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah,
listen, big sharks were swimming. West Ham got him, and I think West Ham needed to make a move as well because they kind of have had this new takeover in January, was it? And I think a lot of their fans have been kind of frustrated about kind of the lack of movement and improvement they've been seeing. And depth-wise, I think over the last 2 seasons, I would say they overachieved considering their squad depth. So for them to get Scamacca in, I think it's a big signing for them anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before you want to read that about your goal,
I just wanted to let people know, and there's been no progress, and he still wants to leave. That's all I wanted to just let people know.
So all of them cars, all of them high-profile brothers, drag them out of their beds.
Canio did well. Canio.
Hey, listen, people are talking about Jorginho, brother. Jorginho ain't Italian. He's Brazilian. Come out here, man.
But what I was going to say, but with some Scamacca, sorry to bring it back to Man United, but Scamacca, humble opinion, just a humble opinion, we don't know for a fact, he would have smashed it at Man United.
I know.
He would have been he would be your new talisman, the hero that you lot wanted. A young striker, technically good, strong, has that passion, has that desire, would have worked with them youngsters around, worked himself as well. And he's good. I'm not even sure if he's going to suit West Ham, but he's a good player in isolation. Very good player. I would have thought Brocha would have suited them more, but let's see how it goes. But he's a bad boy. I like Scamacca a lot. But you're not interested. You're not interested.
What I think is West Ham really, like when we talk about players being dogs and teams being dogs, West Ham for me are one of the teams that ultimately define that. And I think they're not a flashy team. They don't need them players with technical brilliance. They got a little bit of bowing on the side for that. But they're number 9. If he can just be a workhorse, I feel like, and a
he's better than that.
And worse thing is, Grizz, I truly believe what you're saying as well. He's better than that.
He doesn't want to be that.
I think
that's why Broja is that.
Me personally, I always think foreign players, when they're coming into the Premier League, I like to give him a little bit of a 6-month breather, you know what I mean? Settle into the league. I think he'll have some teething issues, but ultimately, as you said, young as well. So he's got time to build, bruv. He could potentially be a big signing for them.
I love people. Like, can I address this for you? Yeah.
No, it's from Telegraph Football.
This is what I'm saying. These people don't know these ones, innit? You need to be educated, innit? It's your job to educate people when they don't know something. Yeah. Educate them. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, respect to you, Saeed, but what kind of source is that? Respect you for the super chat, but what kind of tweet is that? What kind of message is that? Saeed put up a tweet, and at the end, in brackets, is the source, not the fucking Twitter account.
Not the transfer deadline day live.
Yeah. Give us this Telegraph. So, you know what I mean? If Telegraph ain't reliable to you, brother, you know what I mean? Step out.
You know, this one here shocked me today, man. I think nobody's talking about this one. I put it in the group chat today, yeah, but Kasper Schmeichel is leaving Leicester, man. I couldn't believe it. Like, out of nowhere.
Weird, proper weird move, in my opinion. It's almost like he's retiring in the south of sunny France, and he's just like, you know what? I've done my legendary Premier League run, and listen, in my opinion, I do think Kasper Schmeichel is one of the Premier League greats, honestly. When you look at his story and kind of what he's done, and I think he's been, over the last decade, definitely one of the most consistent keepers in the Premier League. But it's fucking random, I'll be honest with you. Like, to join Nice of all clubs as well, I don't know. I think he could have done better, in my opinion.
I think it's a little retirement settle south of France.
Hold on. Did Nice qualify for Champions League last year? Let me just double check.
They might have done. You know what I mean? But you know what? For the amount of money that they might be getting for it, I don't know. But I seen them, man, like Lee Chappie, man. I felt for him today, man, because they haven't bought any signings, Grizz, man. And
I put them down in my prediction. One of the ones that are going to be in danger. Yeah, not actually going to get relegated, but they're going to be one of those ones that I reckon may just survive because they've got a few. But if Chelsea come in for Fofana and them, man,
I know that's what I was going to say, bro.
Hold on.
He signed the deal, though. He signed the deal. He just signed
a 5.5-year jail sentence, bro. You ain't got nowhere.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying contracts and just the fact not worth the paper they're signed on, man.
You've got Tielemans that's potentially leaving. You've got Kasper Schmeichel leaving. I think Vardy, how many more years can he kind of like eke out? And last season he had a mad injury record as well. Kelechi, he always has that kind of 2-3 month spell. I don't know. Last season we saw a glimpse of what Leicester could potentially become. And maybe
Harvey Barnes is the jewel in the crown, bro. Harvey Barnes is the jewel in the crown.
Facts.
Yeah, 100%. I just think it's a random signing. You know what I mean? For what you call it? Sorry, in terms of
so far, Leicester.
Nobody. That's what I'm saying to you. They've signed nobody. Absolutely nobody.
Crazy.
Zero,
mate. They're in trouble. You know.
And are they having like financial issues? Listen, brother. If I'll happily take Maddison off them and give them a little young 60 million. Bro, I need a set piece, little creative player who can play on the wing. Listen, come here. Homegrown quota, I'll take that. Don't worry. Like that.
Maddison ain't Conte. You know, we were talking about profile of players that suit certain manager. I can't see Conte.
Go get me a Milinkovic-Savic. That's a Conte player.
Why not get him? Why not just get him? He's available.
Facts. I'm hearing Zaniolo. I'm seeing Savic. That would be the dream target, in my opinion. If not,
guys, I'm not a Maddison fan, you know. I'm just pointing out there. I'm not a Maddison fan.
What? Are you crazy?
I like Maddison, man. Don't get twisted, Grizz. I know what you're gonna say. That people are way too high on him sometimes, and I think so. At points, people get a little bit too crazy, but I definitely do rate him as a footballer. I think
he's good.
I think he's a good Premier League player. Put it that way. I
wouldn't disagree with that.
Baller. I think he's just a quality Premier League player, in my opinion. And I think a club like Spurs, perfect situation for him.
Absolutely. And a bit of an update for the Frankie de Jong situation that for me, I'm just sick and tired of. Frankie de Jong does not want to play in the Europa League. Even if Man United agreed to pay de Jong deferred wages, he wouldn't want to join them. And that's from The Athletic, who are very reliable. I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know, man. But when I looked at our midfield, it's very, very smelly. So maybe there's a reason why, Ten Hag wants to keep Ronaldo, because then, he could be that game changer when we need a goal. I don't know. Maybe it's one of them situations. But other than that, nothing else really. Anything else happening in the transfer window that we don't know of? Who else? Werner to Newcastle might be a good one. I think that could be one.
What do you lot make of Newcastle's window? For a club that had a big money takeover, for me, here's the thing. In January, I accepted the Dan Burns, Matty Target. Safe. Just get us safe to the finish line. I can't lie to you. This summer, I expected a little Paqueta, a little Razzmatazz.
I still think they're going to pull out a big one. That's 100%.
Because they missed out that French kid that went to PSG.
TK, rejected him.
And I'm thinking, okay. And then I haven't really seen him linked with like any kind of major names. It's all just been kind of safe Premier League targets.
Now they're going to pull out. Now they're going to pull out a whopper. They're going to pull out a whopper. I like the way they've operated.
I'm excited to see this Newcastle project, see where they can take. Can you get in the mix this season? And I think this season will be interesting. It'll be the first season where there's pressure on Eddie Howe. None of that kind of, you can just drop points willy-nilly. People will be expecting you this season to win back.
No, but that's harsh. That's harsh. There was pressure on him last season to stay up, man. Come on. He
was safe after about 10 games, bro, after he took over. By February, they were safe.
No, but he done that shit. That was pressure.
He done his thing. He done his thing last year. But
I hear you. This isn't more. It's a different pressure. It's a different pressure.
Yeah.
I think Pochettino might take that Joel. But this, I want to wrap it up with this important news. And by the way, it's 1.6K in the building. I don't know if this journalist now is the same journalist as what he used to be.
Oh, God.
But you know what I mean? It says Harry Kane is very interested in Chelsea, but the club believes Spurs would prefer to sell claim to a club like Bayern instead of English club competitor. Listen, people, Kane ain't going anywhere. He's not going. Just as when the project's about to start and it's cooking.
Okay, can I ask one question? Okay, I want to ask Fuad this question. Yeah, we're gonna end on this.
Yeah.
How long's Harry Kane got on his contract?
2 años.
Has there any indications from the reliable journalists, the insiders, like, is he being offered one? Is he about to sign one? Is it close? How's it looking?
At the moment, the talk is from the official, I would say the 3 journalists that I trust. They've said basically there's talks going on. He's open to it, but nothing has been offered yet.
Okay. There you go. That's what I'm going to say.
So for me, I'm trusting my guys rather than my man who reports on a Bundesliga club.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, why would you say this not been offered yet?
For me, I think he's also wanting to see A, if Conte commits, B, what does this project look like this season before I really commit to it? Because
of course.
I've done this dirty devil deal handshake with Daniel Levy. I've always said when a player gets to 2 years, the power now starts to shift in his favor. And it's a case of a waiting game now. If Harry Kane sees this year out, let's say Conte doesn't renew. Let's say we don't get Champions League football. Let's say this big money splurge doesn't work out and it looks like the post-Bale type signings. All of a sudden, he's like, no. I'm out of here. I've got 1 year left on my deal.
So this is what I'm saying.
So for me, next summer, I'm open to this talk. This summer now,
I think next summer is very dangerous. If you're going into your best prize, most prized asset, the king of your club, if you're looking to let him go into his last season without signing a new deal or offering him a new deal, you're in dangerous territory. That's all I'm saying. I don't think these reports of Kane being linked away are as mad.
He'd be crazy though, Chris, just for him to go there though. He'd be crazy to go to Chelsea.
No. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is he needs to be shown by his club, and I feel. I'm not going to say anything yet. Let's just see. Because until he signs on that dotted line and commits to,
I don't think there's a pressure though to sign, because at the end of the day,
I'd say there is. You want to see commitment? See, this is my point about you lot, man. You don't need to look.
People, but he's got how many left in his contract? 2 years.
2 years. Once you go into your last year, you ain't getting him to agree.
I don't. At that point, Grizz, guess what? If we ain't got him to agree by next summer, I'm happy to let him go.
Yeah, really?
I thank you for your service from the bottom of my heart. You gave me 10 years of individual brilliance, and we surrounded you with nothing. Now go and release yourself from these shackles. I want the best.
If that's your opinion and that's your way of thinking, then that's calm. That's fine. I thought you don't want to keep him at all.
It'll be a blow. Don't get me wrong. It'll be a blow.
Listen, the cash-in year was last year. Certain man didn't want to cough up the coffers and wanted to spend it on little Alice Band brothers. Cool. Leave us alone.
Yeah. Big up to Gareth says, who have Barcelona embarrassed more this summer, United or Chelsea? Well,
Chelsea.
I'm still gonna say, you know, it's nothing to do with us in terms of the wages and whatnot. It's up to them. So it's got to be Chelsea because, you know what I mean, my like Kunde mate is going to Barcelona. You know what I mean? Dembele didn't want to go to them. Who else didn't want to go to them? There was a lot of players, man. You know what I mean?
And then nicking theirs. They're forcing their players to go to them. Likes of Azpilicueta, Alonso, Christian's already gone. They all want to go Barcelona.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But listen, people, 43 likes away from 600. There's still 1.6K in the building. Wow, man. Been a crazy show, man. Listen, it's all about opinions, people. We disagree on everything. We agree. But it's the main thing is everybody respects each other's opinion. And we respect your opinion in the chat as long as you keep it respectful. But listen, we're going to wrap it up here. Yeah, Rafinha as well. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, man, like the video on your way out. Grizz, man, you got anything going on tonight that they want to give a shout out?
No, I'm not too popular to go live again tonight. I might just get beat up if I go online. I'm going to have a day off.
Grizz Agendas, man. That's a new show for you, man. Grizz Agendas.
Yeah, I like that. I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
But tomorrow we're off to golf, so I'm going to try to get early night, got to stretch my limbs and shit. You know what I mean? I'm going to be sleeping on the memory foam mattress tonight, people.
You're saying hot yoga session with Grizz.
Bro, man, they're going to see a different game tomorrow. That's all I'm saying.
Bring the socks as well tomorrow. Bring the long socks.
I've got different ones, man. What do you mean? Like, I've got different ones. I'm gonna be. I gotta look the part.
I love the half battery because you were doing well.
I know. That was fuckery, man. I've messed up LFC family. I'm so sorry, man. You'll never walk alone. I'm gonna do that shit, man. Nah. I'm not messing up tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Make sure you follow Fuad here as well, and make sure you go follow Grizz. Link in description. Yeah, Fuad, what you got on, man, tonight?
Got Tobes. Me and Tobes doing a stream tonight as well. THFC show as per usual. 10 or half 10, I'm not sure. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and Tobes' channel as well. Yeah.
Big up Tobes as well. Yeah, big up Fuad's channel. Tobes I just done a stream on him. I don't know when he's gonna release it because he's mad like that. But Van Persie 12-11 versus Suarez 13-14. That was the debate.
Ooh, I know where I'm at.
Man United fan. I think Suarez was different level, man. Different level. But then we
watch the stream, people. Just watch the stream. Toby was the adjudicator.
If I speak,
so me and Dan Potts they came with facts and figures and stats. I was just sat there numb. That's all I'm gonna say. Just watch the stream and tell us what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. But listen, people, I hope you've enjoyed Rivals Talk. Like I said, we try and bring you every Tuesday, people, 6 p.m. If you can join us next week, we'll be happily to do so as we preview the Premier League season and whatnot and any agendas that are running on. People, we're out. Take care. Bye-bye.